Even if I wanted to, I can't help you, Giordani. The high table wants your life. How can you fight the wind? How can you smash the mountains? How can you bury the ocean? How can you escape from the light? Of course, you can go to the dark, but they're in the dark too. So tell me, Giordani, what do you really want?
All right, so I want to talk about John Wick 3. I find this to be the best of all the John Wicks. Bigger and better. This character has finally landed into the sweet spot.
I like this third one the best too, because we get to see behind the scenes a little bit more, and it opens up that entire world of these secret assassins. It kind of showed you a little bit in the previous two films, but this one, he is back and he is ready, and Keanu, you can't beat him. He was made for this role.
I want to remove myself from the conversation a little bit because I'm biased. I am of the original Keanu Reeves generation. We're the same age. I want to ask you guys, how is Keanu Reeves doing as an actor? Does he still have it?
When has he never
had it?
Yeah,
he's never
lost it. He still has it. What is he, 53, 54 now? And he does
yeah.
all his own action.
Yep. Right.
He does everything he needs to do. He preps for everything.
And he's a nice guy on top of all of it.
He's such a nice guy. Did you guys hear about that flight that had to make an emergency landing?
In Bakersfield.
The engine was failing, and so he stood up and kind of rallied the passengers, calmed them down.
Yeah.
He calmed them down so much that one passenger turned to his friend and said, "It's okay. Keanu Reeves is on the plane.
Right.
We're gonna be okay."
John Wick is right.
Yeah. Then he organized a caravan, like vans, to get them to. Then he took them to Carl's Jr. and he posed for photos. Like, what star does that?
Anybody else would probably had called their agent to get a chopper sent over to fly him over the hill to LA. This guy charters a bus and says, "You guys come with me."
Yeah,
hey, you
so
guys
nice.
let's go get a burger. Who wants a burger?
He's so nice. Like, no one else is approachable like that, I think.
All right, one of the first times I talked to him about the rebirth of his career, because there was a bit of a lull between Bill and Ted and by the time the Matrix explosion happened.
Yeah.
So I'm talking to him about the Matrix, and I'm trying to get him to say something kind of flippant. Like, I'm not trying to get him to, roast someone, but I was trying to get him in that area.
Doesn't sound good.
And he wouldn't do it. And he wouldn't even touch the bait. Joey Pants, his co-star, would. This was on the set in Australia of the original Matrix. Take a look. If this were true, if life were just one big program that we get from Microsoft or who knows where, and you could actually go in and sort of tweak your own life just to make it just a little bit better, or add something or delete something, aside from this interview right now, Keanu, what would you delete or add to your life?
Oh, delete. You see, that's a dangerous question. I can't answer that flippantly.
Okay.
Anyway.
Hey, well, how about you?
I can.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to be Monica Lewinsky.
And why is that? What would you do if you were Monica Lewinsky? Where would you take it from here?
I'd take that dress to the Smithsonian and get a couple of million, that's what.
Yeah, in case you guys don't know, Monica Lewinsky, she was involved in a scandal with President Clinton back in the day. Anybody?
We know.
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
Yeah.
I don't want to know.
I did not have sexual intercourse. We know. We know the story.
Sexual
we know the
relations.
That was my impression. You do a better one. It's not my best, but okay.
I categorically deny that being an impression of me at all.
See, there you go. He's better at it. I'm better at Hillary. What? No, I'm just kidding.
All right. Hey, so you guys, were you a fan of the original John Wick?
Yes,
Forgot that.
yes, I like that movie.
With that, I think we're all agreed that he brought pretty much nothing we hadn't seen him do before. All of the Matrix skills were
A
involved.
lot of the same badassery.
Right. However, with John Wick 2, suddenly he can drive like a bat out of hell.
Yep.
How did this happen? We talked. Take a look. I love the driving sequences. I think every dude from the age we start playing with Hot Wheel cars would hope to have those cars in real life.
Right.
Favorite scene?
My favorite scene in the film or favorite
Driving.
car scene? I got to do this kind of coming around some pillars and do like this 180 drift in the water. That was kind of fun. You see the door knocked off, the cars off, and I'm there.
Right.
And then I actually like the moment where I'm going backwards driving into another car because I didn't think they'd let me do that, but they actually put me in an automobile and went 25 miles an hour into another car.
I noticed all of these interviews are from the past. They're old. So did
Yeah.
you not get the junket invite for John Wick 3? You know, the current movie we're reviewing right now?
Since you're calling me out on it, I was on vacation right when that rolled around. I needed some time off.
Time off from Keanu?
Right.
What the heck?
The man?
I
The
do-
man.
I
the
do
myth,
have-
the legend.
Look, I'm getting to it, and I do have some fresh Halle Berry, courtesy of the guy that's currently right there operating that camera guy too. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, Julian. Where were you?
Las Vegas for CinemaCon.
You caught up with Halle Berry.
Yeah, they said you're gonna interview for John Wick. I was like, cool, Keanu Reeves. Like, no, Halle Berry. I was like, oh.
Even better. If you can't have Keanu, Halle Berry
Right.
is even better.
And the director guy.
And the director, yeah.
What'd you guys talk about?
Well, you had to bring it up because it's the director's third. Halle Berry's a newcomer, so they really had to amp it up for this movie.
All right, let's take a look.
John Wick 3, you're coming into it, and now is the expectation higher working knowing he's done 2 already?
I think it's all, I don't know, I think it would all be higher. You know, 3s are really hard, but unfortunately.
Raise expectations, raise goals. I just want to be a good enough director for my cast. That's what
Well, he
I have
is.
high
He's amazing.
expectations, you know.
I think because I didn't do it, I have a small part in it, but he did it. He definitely raised the bar this 3rd time, and I think that's really hard to do. You know, how do you top 1? Well, he made 2. How do you top 2? Well, he did 3. He actually did it. This is such an amazing movie. It's beautiful. It continues sort of the story in a really exciting way. I don't think anybody will be disappointed.
How amazing does Halle Berry look in person?
Yeah.
Stunning. I could not believe. I was like almost jaw dropped.
You were jaw dropped. I saw you.
Right.
You were drooling.
A big round of applause. Camera 2 today. It's Julian. Nice job, Julian. Excellent work. You're here and there and everywhere.
How amazing is Halle Berry, though? For real. Like,
Yeah.
she doesn't age.
Nope.
She signed on to do this movie,
Right.
and she was training for 2 months before she even got her pages of the script. That's how much faith she had in this franchise.
Keanu Reeves is awesome in this. If you haven't seen John Wick, I highly recommend going to see it. It opens this weekend in theaters everywhere.
Go
Must
see it on the big screen, too.
Yes.
Don't wait for it. Run
Yes,
to go see it,
yes.
because nothing is better than Keanu in this role.
Do they
And
need to
Halle
see
Berry.
1 and 2 before they see
Yeah.
this?
You probably should, just to get an idea of what's going on.
You got to get the vibe of
Yes.
Keanu in this, the vibe.
Definitely 1, but don't have your pets around when it plays because it can be kind of brutal.